The internet has changed advocacy as we know it. Hacktivism, a term that combines the words hack and activism, referring to breaking into secure computer systems or networks as a form of civil disobedience, has become a prominent channel for exposing injustice.
Hacktivism can oftentimes produce information that is not readily available or extremely difficult to pursue with typical journalistic means. A lot of groups, particularly violent ones, operate under these veils of secrecy. Obtaining that information and publishing it can kind of remove the veil from some of these groups. The difference between what they portray publicly and how they converse privately, for example.
A major target in this new age of hacktivism has been extremist groups. At the start of 2022, leaked chats from U.S. white supremacist group Patriot Front revealed day-to-day operations of the organization, recruitment plans, and other private information.
Hacktivism is not a new phenomenon. What has changed in the last year has been a shift in that community to really focus on far-right groups, far-right service providers, to try to unearth information that was otherwise unknown. Patriot Front, which is a neo-fascist organization in the US with hundreds of members across the US, that publishing of data revealed that members were being encouraged to commit criminal activity.
The increase in the number of leaks of information about anti-democracy and white nationalist groups is a reflection of the broad concern among Americans about the dangerous impact of these groups.
Experts point to the January 6th Capitol riot as a motivating factor behind the return of hacktivism.
After the Capitol riot in particular, and after individuals in the US and even globally had seen the far right rising in prominence and then resulting in this deadly attack on democracy itself, there was kind of an appetite there to pursue justice in some way. There was a window there to find ways to produce new information about these groups and hopefully try to advocate with that information towards more accountability, or to, reinforce a stigma with associating with violent extremist groups.
January 6th resulted in a huge number of tips to the FBI. We are seeing a significant level of concern here and a lot of people taking action, and it's not surprising that that's happening in ways that are aligned with institutional action and in ways that aren't.
Although hacktivism is ultimately about fighting injustice, the practice has raised plenty of questions around ethics.
If you are genuinely hacking into a device, there are some pretty stark ethical considerations. A lot of those considerations have to do with not even just ethics, but also legalities. It's kind of a murky line, but once it is published, sometimes, those troves of data can provide really valuable insights.